Now, we've all seen that the Hollywood glitterati spend a lot of time running around preaching for gun control and bashing guns and blah, 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 blah. But the reality is that no matter how much Sammy Jackson or George Clooney or any of the other raft of Hollywood anti-gunners run around saying how bad guns are, that doesn't stop them from making a mint playing characters wielding guns. Now, in all fairness, firearms are an important part of the story because firearms are, quite frankly, power. And Hollywood loves power. The simple fact is that it's hard to tell a story with an unarmed protagonist, at least any kind of an adventure story. Hollywood does and always has loved firearms, and proof of that is at ISS. This is a company in Hollywood that provides a lot of the firearms for the movie business. And boy, you want to talk about a gun bust playground. In fact, the company has gotten so big that they actually have their own TV show, the recently developed Hollywood Weapons, or as I like to call it, the Larry and Terry Show, with Terry Shepard and Larry Zanoff. These guys run around reenacting some of the things that Hollywood's done with guns in movies to see if they really could be done. It's a great show and I recommend you watch it. But the simple fact is, people love firepower. That's just part of being human. Shooting things up, blowing things up, it's just good old-fashioned fun. And in all fairness, if you really want to cut to the chase, it's Hollywood that has largely sexualized firearms. I mean, come on. Probably no series of movies out of Hollywood is better at sexualizing the firearm than the Bond series. And by the way, that long-barreled thing's actually an air gun. Just a movie prop. But the simple fact is that Hollywood picked up on the sexualization of firearms and never let go. They still do it today, whether it's Kate Beckinsale in Underworld or any of a list that show, ironically, often anti-gun stars wielding firearms that are, shall we say, slightly phallic. But anyway, the simple fact is Hollywood loves guns. From the old peacemakers of the Old West, which are the good guy guns when you have something like the Lone Ranger's guns, to the far more sinister firearms of the villains. In the old days, the good guy carried the shiny gun, and the bad guy carried the dark gun. But these days, it seems like everybody's got some sort of modern automatic weapon that looks like it belongs across the chest of a commando, because that's what the public wants. And Hollywood is a business, and they know that guns sell, even into the future, whether it be the Star Trek phaser or the military firearms of Starship Troopers. A lot of time and effort goes into designing the firearms that characters carry. Hollywood can run around and pat itself on the back and virtue signal its contempt for firearms and firearms owners all they like. The simple fact is, Hollywood loves guns, and that ain't changing anytime soon. Well, guys, this is Capt Mac signing off, and we'll see you next time on Fun with Guns.